Hello, guys. Okay, today we're gonna talk about the Piers Morgan Tucker Carlson interview. That interview is kind of interesting. Um, Piers Morgan is the big drama queen, drama king, whatever. He's always into a lot of drama. Now he's talking to Tucker Carlson about this situation. I'm gonna cut the interview in half, and so I'm gonna give 4 minutes of it, and then I'm gonna talk about it. Okay. So here's Piers Morgan with Tucker Carlson. All right. Thank you.
Supposedly free country. It was about free speech and the freedom of conscience. He, of course, is still editor-at-large at Daily Mail, and what he writes is still worth reading. But he's not on television right now. And again, that has implications for the freedom of speech around the world. Here's part of our conversation.
What I found was over 5 years, we trebled the ratings on Good Morning Britain. The last day, ironically, was, as you said, the first day we beat the BBC ever. And we had trebled our ratings. So you would have thought people might be thanking me. Instead, I was basically corralled into a position where I was told you've either got to apologise for effectively disbelieving Meghan Markle's version of events here, or your position is untenable and you have to leave. And my gut was, I was going to be damned if I was going to apologise for something that I believe. And I just wasn't going to go down that road. I've seen too many people, when they're bullied by the woke brigade, into apologising. We saw it with Sharon Osbourne.
I want to talk about this a little bit. I kind of feel what a little bit of what Pierce is saying here, because I personally feel the same way a little bit too. That we need to be careful with the cancel culture. Who we're gonna cancel, because I believe that people have the right to their opinion. That's his opinion. He doesn't believe Meghan Markle, but not believing Meghan Markle doesn't mean he's a racist. It could mean he's extremely. It could be something worse than racist. It could be that he's insensitive. He has no human value, because a human being like Meghan Markle tells you that, hey, I came close to committing suicide, and you saying you don't believe her. Now, let's think about this carefully, right? You say that, then let's say the person end up now committing suicide. Guess who's guilty? It's you and people like you. Because when the person comes for help, you say you don't believe her. So that's a very bad thing to say, Piers. But I still don't think that means that he's racist. Meghan Markle talk about racism in the thing, right? And I think Sharon Underwood would say that the fact that somebody talk about racism and Piers Morgan doesn't think there's racism in the royal family, that doesn't mean that Piers Morgan is racist. He just does not believe Meghan Markle, and but I also don't think we need to cancel that person. That person is like, that's their belief. They don't think that they think that what is it? They think that the families, that there's no problem in the family. They are naive, but that's it. They are naive people in the world. So that's the way I look at it, guys. Let's finish this interview. I mean, let's go to the other half. Okay.
Was bullied into apologising for defending me against a disgusting slur that I'm a racist. And rather than the person who was accusing her apologising to me, Sharon Underwood, for accusing me falsely of being a racist, Sharon had to apologise for her passionate defence of me, and then she lost her job anyway. We saw recently the editor of Teen Vogue. Before she could even start, she apologised for years about stuff she tweeted as a 17-year-old kid. But that wasn't enough. So apologies don't ever get you anywhere. I don't believe Meghan Markle. Now, what I didn't know, and what was a fascinating thing to discover after I left, was that Meghan Markle, between the Monday and Tuesday, had made a personal complaint to the boss of ITV, Dame Carolyn McCall. I didn't know that. I was never told that. I don't know what pressure she was directly putting on, but she did, I know, personally contact her. I also know she had personally contacted, along with Prince Harry, Ofcom, which is a government regulatory body designed to regulate what we put out on news shows. So I was under attack from Miss Markle, both directly to my boss and to the government regulatory body, under attack to basically conform to her version of events. And I had to believe her. And if I didn't, I was a callous racist and I should be condemned.
Okay, that's not what's going on here. That's not what's going on. We have to be careful how we frame the story. You see, our stories can get messed up, right? Because I don't think that's what's going on. What's going on here is that Meghan Markle called right? He called. She called the news ITV, and she called, and Harry called the government to say to put a step down, to put their foot down on the news. The reason why is because Meghan Markle saw that suicide is very critical thing, and you don't want to spread the word that, oh, you don't believe a suicide person, somebody that tells you that they're going to commit suicide. So she felt compelled to go tell them that, to, yo, you need to watch what this guy is saying, because those are dangerous rhetoric. And it's not about like, I want you to believe what I'm saying. No, it's not about that. It's about like, when somebody tells you that they came close to committing suicide, your opinion has to shut down, and you got to just shut your mouth and give the person the benefit of the doubt. Piers Morgan made a stupid mistake by doing this. If you hear suicide, everything ends. But if you hear somebody tells you, okay, there's racism in the White House, somebody say my black baby, my white baby look like the black baby. No, but like those things are bad. It's a very bad thing, but there's no bodily harm yet. So you should not take this like negatively. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, there's no need for cancel for something like this, because that's an opinion. Somebody's telling you, hey, I face racism at McDonald's. Just because somebody tells you that, and somebody else doesn't believe in that, that doesn't mean that we're gonna cancel the person. That doesn't even mean the person that doesn't believe that there's racism. That doesn't even mean that the person is a bad person. Yeah, that just means that's what they believe. It doesn't mean that they are racist also. Some people, like, we have to understand something, guys. There are non-racist people that believe that um they are not racist, right? They believe that there's no racism in America. There are people that don't believe that, and they are good people. Me, I know there's racism, but I'm not going to say that the racism is unbearable. This is where I stand. I don't think it's an unbearable racism. It's there. You see it. Of course, it's there. I don't think there's a society that don't have racism. I think every society has racism. But I think you can overcome it in 2020. The racism. That's the way I feel about racism in America. Guys, subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna do the other half, the part two of this interview. Just watch for it. Thank you.